Most FPS games are easy to explain. They're built around matches, lobbies, scoreboards, and short bursts of action. Planetside 2 isn't, and if you've played it for any length of time, you'll know that it doesn't just play differently, it feels different. In this video, I want to break down 5 reasons why no FPS feels like Planetside 2. Not from a nostalgia point of view, but from a design and player experience perspective. These aren't isolated features either, they stack on top of each other. But once you experience all of them at the same time, it becomes very hard to go back to anything else. One of the first things you notice in Planetside 2 is that the war isn't just driven by the game, it's driven by the players. Outfits aren't cosmetic clans or temporary teams, they're persistent organizations that exist for months, years, or forever. They build reputations, they develop rivalries, and over time, they genuinely shape how battles unfold on each server. You start recognizing outfit tags, you know which groups specialize in armor, air, or infantry. When two rival outfits clash, it feels personal, because it kind of is. That sense of faction loyalty and community-driven conflict just doesn't exist in most FPS games. You're not just playing a match, you're contributing to something that existed before you logged on and will continue to exist after you log out. In most shooters, usefulness is measured by one thing: kills. Planetside 2 quietly breaks that rule. Yes, aim matters, but it's not the only way to contribute. Logistics wins fights, support roles keep pushes alive. Transports, resupplies, repairs, and spawns often matter more than raw gun skill. You can have a bad KD and still be one of the most valuable players on the battlefield. Medics keeping a push alive, engineers feeding ammo to a max unit, players flying galaxies, driving sunderers or running routers, it all makes a difference. Planetside 2 makes space for players who want to help their faction win, not just top the scoreboard, and that alone changes how the game feels to play. This is where things really start to separate. Planetside 2 doesn't just give you squads, it gives you player-led armies. Platoon leaders decide where hundreds of players go. They choose when to attack, when to defend, and when to fall back. They place spawn points, coordinate logistics, and react to enemy movements in real time. None of that is scripted by the developers, it's all emergent, player-driven gameplay. Entire alerts are won or lost based on organization, communication, and leadership, not just individual mechanical skill. When a platoon works well together, you feel it. Fights that seemed impossible suddenly turn, bases flip, front lines collapse, and you know it wasn't just luck. It was coordination. Most FPS games are built around sessions. You queue, you load in, you play, you leave. Planetside 2 doesn't work like that. Battles don't start when you join, they were already happening, and they'll still be going when you log off. There are no rounds resetting the map, no artificial breaks in the action, just a persistent war that evolves hour by hour. You don't queue for Planetside 2, you drop into it. That perspective changes everything. Victories feel earned, losses feel meaningful, and every action feels like it contributes to a larger perspective. And finally, the reason everything else works: the scale. Hundreds of players on a single continent, close to 1,000. Infantry, armor, and air, all sharing the same battle space. Explosions in the distance that you're not even involved in. It's overwhelming at first, chaotic, but strangely readable once you understand it. And this scale isn't just a visual gimmick, it's what allows everything else to exist. Persistent wars only matter because the battles are massive. Platoons only matter because they're commanding real players. Logistics only matter because the fights are so large. Once you've been part of a full-scale Planetside 2 battle, when the sky is full of aircraft, armor is pushing beneath you, and infantry are flooding through buildings, every other FPS starts to feel small. Planetside 2 isn't perfect. It's messy, unpredictable, and sometimes overwhelming. But that's also why no other FPS feels like it. It's a game where players create the moments, where organization beats raw skill, and where scale turns chaos into something meaningful. And once you've experienced all of that together, it's very hard to find it anywhere else. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and remember, live free in the NC.